Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4. Last time we did the Tombstone missions, and this time we are going to be doing what is probably the most tedious side mission in the entire game.
Pigeons?
Nope. No, I actually kind of like the pigeons one.
I really got annoyed with the pigeons.
It's the ESU side. It's the ESU side mission where you have to go all across the city to and locate very specific spots from pictures.
You gotta go and take down all the crazies using super juice.
My roommate's been missing since the Halloween party. Okay, got a name? Last known location? His name's Carlos. I ran a facial recognition search across social media.
Yeah.
Here.
Or the negative power, I guess.
What's your name? Philip Chang. Okay, Philip.
Dude, I'm actually, I took time to look over the entirety of the negative suit.
Okay.
Even the shaders are entirely reversed on it.
I see the Statue of Liberty, so it's gotta be way south of here. Not close
Like, you
to
ever
the
looked at that? The shaders are completely reversed.
Yeah, I know. I believe it's about down here.
Also, my first introduction to Mr. Negative as a character was in the second Ultimate Spider-Man Spider-Verse special.
I actually had only ever heard of Mr. Negative before this game. I only ever heard of him. I never actually read a single comic with him in it.
Yeah, he's one that I never knew was part of the Sinister Six. I'm still not even sure he's actually part of the main roster of the Sinister Six.
Same here. I had no idea he was ever a part of the Sinister Six. After this game, I went and looked it up, and yeah, he has been on the Sinister Six before. So
I love how the Sinister Six has like 60 members. It's just
there's the Sinister
who's
60.
available
There's
that
the
week.
Sinister 66. That's an actual thing. The Sinister 66.
Well,
like,
at least it's not
jeez.
666.
Looks like the spot over there.
Go ahead and put on the Fear Itself suit. Or not Fear Itself, the other one, the Ghost Rider suit. Whenever I say something like that, just put that on for the next 2 minutes.
These students are acting like the ones at the Halloween.
Anything that relates to hell, we just put on the Ghost Rider suit. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting on to
This
Grand
is
Theft
what I
Auto
like
5.
to do. Jump, triangle. It automatically knocks them out. I don't have to bother with the stupid animation and where he just webs each and every one of them down.
Or he just flips over them and webs them to the ground. Yeah. Or just
Yeah.
we'll friggin' pick him up, shoulder lift, smash him into the ground, and then web.
Yeah, I don't want to have to watch that 20 different times.
Oh no, the most
You know?
annoying thing is that they can knock you out of it. They can knock you out of the animation. It still works, but you're taking damage because you were caught in an animation that didn't have invincibility frames.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
I'm getting on GTA where I got my own DeLorean. With a missile launcher.
Back onto the topic of isekais. We were talking about isekais in between parts, folks.
Yes. Everything from Isekai was smartphone to ReZero. No, we didn't actually touch on ReZero.
Well, no, we never talked about ReZero, which I actually still have yet to actually watch.
Same though, but I know a lot of what goes on in that show.
Yeah, same. So many people have already spoiled what happens in the show for me. I kind of already have an idea of like exactly what goes on.
So there's another.
I did watch Isekai Quartet, and that kind of gave me an idea of what some of the characters are like.
Does he ever die in that show?
Oh, in Isekai Quartet? In Isekai Quartet, no, he does. No, he does not, because it's a different world, so different rules. If he dies, he's dead. That's it.
Well, but yet everyone else can use their powers, but his power is nerfed? What? That makes no sense.
Well, except everyone else's power is nerfed too. The world has serious power balancing issues. Look at Ainz Ul Gon. Okay, no, let me see that again. Ainz Ul Gon. You have to say it with the deep voice. You have to.
Oh, I got a free meal.
Okay, here's a question. Who would win in a fight? Ainz Ul Gon or Aqua from Konosuba?
Ainz. Aqua's useless.
Exactly.
Aqua's new Sakura.
Exactly. But in Isekai Quartet, Aqua wins.
But that's also because she has advantage over undead.
Except that shouldn't matter because Ainz has fought people that have advantage over undead and has spells that are constantly on him at all times.
Didn't he push the button?
He said they found a button. He told everyone not to press it, and then and he said he left it in a box. They opened the box. The button was gone. And it reappeared on his seat as he was sitting down. So he did not intend to push the button.
I've played GTA so much, I don't know what the front of my building looks like because I always go down to my garage. I've currently got 2 mil on this.
I don't play GTA.
Oh, you should, man. It's good.
No, I don't like it.
DeLorean.
I honestly don't really like it, to be honest. I've tried playing GTA, and it's not my thing. I can't get into it.
I'm gonna go sell one of my cars.
Konosuba is another isekai that I have not seen.
Okay, I watched like the first episode of it.
To be honest, the only reason I haven't seen it is because I already know that everyone is useless.
Actually, they're not completely useless.
Like, the anime is infamous for being known as the anime that has the best worst waifus. Like, that's what I keep hearing everyone say, is that they have the best worst waifus.
And she's dead. Because Megumin refuses to use anything that's not a level 20 spell. Well, she's level 5. So it wastes all of her mana and then some.
Yeah, she can only use one spell per day, and it's always explosion. She can't control it. She does all of these incantations.
If I find the east train tracks, I can follow them to this location.
And let's be real, in most anime that would be useless, but for some reason it works for Konosuba.
Yeah, she can't control the she can't even control the explosion properly. Darkness is too much of a masochist to ever actually be useful.
Darkness was so much of a masochist, she didn't learn the sword, she just learned how to body block. But she is an expert level tank. She can tank pretty much anything you throw at her. Which is kind of the appeal of having her in your party. Because she enjoys taking the damage, and she can take a fuck ton.
There they are. Time to end this.
Like, honestly, I had to pick any of them to be in a
and
real party with me.
Aqua.
Oh God! Hey
And
Sakura, how you doing? We missed you at the tuning
Aqua
exam.
has a big butt. There you go. There's her good quality. There's nothing else to her.
Well, here's the thing. She used to be a goddess, she got deposed, and now she's caught in depression.
You guys back to normal, the better.
We're saying that's why she sucks, simply because no one wants to admit, whoever has her as a waifu, that she is horrible. I have no such weakness.
Honestly, if I had to pick one
Time to be
of them,
Darkness for me.
if
not
I
into
absolutely had to pick one,
I think that's it.
and just one of them, for me it would be Megumin, simply because out of all three of them, she's not 100% useless like Aqua, and she doesn't creep me out with how much of a masochist she is like Darkness. I honestly find characters like that are just hardcore masochists to be kind of creepy. Well, not necessarily... Okay, creepy's not necessarily the right word, but, like, unsettling. I don't like them. They just... Ew. No.
And now I'm gonna go ahead and put on my, where's my mask?
Alright,
I can't read this.
Night owls may have seen lights flickering out at the Rap Supermax prison.
Put the money in the bag, no one gets hurt.
It's not because one of their inmates got the chip. No. Apparently, someone there hit on an idea I actually think has merit, which is making that recidivist
I'm shooting all of his beer.
pay for his room and board by powering the prison himself, saving taxpayers' money. Not surprisingly, though, it turns out he hates actual work as much as he loves robbing and murdering, so they had to go back to the city's grid, which I'd imagine is why I still can't run my microwave and toaster at the same time without blowing a fuse.
I love J. Jonah Jameson in this game. I love the talk show that he has. It's actually quite hilarious. Some of the things that he'll say in the game.
Excuse me, running away from the cops! That was 50 cal.
Another missing student. Latest MIA is Steve Hopkins. What worries me about him
Oh, that was a tire.
is her tombstone.
Let's see.
That was definitely a tire.
Gangs started dealing in his neighborhood recently. Steve
I'm switching over to the
too scared to
Marvel Iron Spider suit.
He might take out his anger on you.
Which one? The MCU Iron Spider suit or the actual one from the Marvel Comics?
I couldn't find anything more recent.
Oh, that was my front tire they blew out. Crap, that's
That's
so
why I
much
said.
worse.
That's why I said the That's why I said the Marvel. If I was talking about the comic one, I would have said the comic Iron Spider.
This park is on the Upper West Side.
Let's see. I believe it's about here.
The Upper
Alright.
Philip, what can you tell me about Steve?
He's a little guy. Wouldn't hurt a fly. I'm not sure he could if he wanted to.
Sounds like these dealers would crush him.
Oh, Jed's on.
Run out quicker. I better hurry. If I can find a park on the west side next to water,
Excuse me, people. Just heading into this place because it is the one place I know I can avoid the cops.
So, tell me, have you heard of a light novel series / manga called Mushoku Tensei: Jobless Reincarnation?
I've heard of it, but I've never heard anything about it.
Well, it is one of the original isekai. It is one of the longest running. It is one of the longest running isekai series around.
Steve guy sounds like he's all responsibility but no power. I hope I can get there in time. Tombstone's gang might
Basically the main character. The main character is your typical weeb. Your typical shut-in weeb, and
I believe the grad school term is a NEET.
Well, he's a weeb that likes video games and anime. So, he's a shut-in, and his family gets really fed up with him, and he finally decides that he wants to be better.
Maybe I can take some of them quietly.
He decides that he wants to be better, and so he's like, okay, starting right now, I am changing my ways. I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna be better. And then
He dies.
and then almost immediately after deciding that, he sees a couple of people about to get hit by a truck. He pushes them out of the way and dies.
Come on, I just saved you.
Stunt jump completed.
He then gets reincarnated into a world of swords and magic, with all of his memories of his previous life intact. And he
Sword online alicization. Got it.
and he decides that he is going to go all out in this life. He's going to go all out in this life. And basically the story shows him growing up from age, 3 all the way to, age 28. You are literally watching him grow up throughout the series. It doesn't do what a lot of reincarnation isekai do, where they skip past the childhood and go straight to where they're teenagers. That's what a lot of isekais do. But this is no, we are showing you literally every step of his journey. We are not taking anything out. We are showing you every single thing that happens.
This dude's been chasing me for a while. I just blew up his car.
But yeah,
now that they've woken up to the danger. I wish there were an easy answer. Obviously,
I highly recommend that you give the series a shot, and you'll have the perfect opportunity to do so next year, because it's getting an anime adaptation. Did you even hear anything I said?
Yes, I was dead. Some dude just ran me over with the Oppressor Mark II because I blew up his
Oh.
car. Oh, you mad, bro?
All right. Well,
Hey, Spider-Man! Spider-Man.
Yeah, so,
A lot more missing students. The debate club never
what do you know about
vanished at once.
Spider-Man, like from the comics?
Things are escalating. What's their last known location?
oh boy, I haven't read a Spider-Man comic in years, dude. Like my memory of what I actually my memory is incredibly fuzzy when it comes to like what I've actually read in the comics.
That's definitely the Brooklyn Bridge in the background.
Okay. Let's see. That's not the right one. No. Here we go.
Gotta head to the southeast edge of the island. I can head to the eastern shoreline and go south from there.
But yeah, so based on that description, does that actually seem like something
Southeast corner of the island.
interesting?
Kinda.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I'm messaging the asshole that killed me.
You were a lot more talkative before the stream started, and now you're just kind of ignoring me.
I have to type out a really long thing, okay? When I'm typing, I don't talk. Especially on this, because then I might have hitting the wrong button about half an hour ago, and then I have to back it all up.
Major disturbance vicinity of Brooklyn Bridge. Backup requested.
Uh-oh. I better hurry. That must be them. Trust the gas. If it blows, they'll take out the whole block. Causing sparks every time they hit the truck. Don't you guys have something better to do than blow yourselves up? That tanker can't take much more.
I think she's moved me halfway across the map.
Can't hurt me. Keep protecting me.
There we go.
In case you were confused, flammable and inflammable mean the same thing.
Checking your test for profanity in GTA.
Thank you. I knew what I was doing was wrong. I couldn't stop myself.
Okay, I'm back.
Typical college student.
I gotta fix my camera again.
All right.
Now time to get in my DeLorean.
So let's bring the conversation back to
To the
one of
animal
these.
and the bongos.
Let's bring the conversation back to one of the. Whoa, whoa! What is wrong with this dude's face? Wow! What the hell? What happened to his face there for a sec?
What are you? Wait, explain to me what you saw, and I might be able to tell you what happened.
It's like Washington Square Arch. I think this is
Ew.
ESU.
Okay,
What is it?
the game like glitched out on me, and his face was like all morphed and all morphed and squished together. It looked so gross. It looked so gross, like something out of a horror film.
Washington Square Park is just south of ESU.
You'll have to go onto my stream and see for yourself what happened, because oh my god, that was yikes! You.
I'm just sitting here doing hover donuts right now.
Pack of wolves. The longer this goes on, the more likely someone dies. How many players on a roster again?
Okay.
First time I've wished our team had fewer fans.
Are you guys telling me to stop? I haven't even started firing yet. Alright. Oh, the cops are on me now, so I gotta fly away. Shit, someone's got rockets.
I wish they'd been this persistent against state.
Someone the target locked onto me. I don't appreciate that. Where are you so I can shoot you out of the sky?
Finally over?
Okay.
That was crazy. That was crazy. You're not the first one this happened to. Good news is, doctors checked the others and they don't have any lasting effects.
Thanks. I don't know how to repay you.
Meet the Wildcats on Saturday and we'll call it even.
You did it. All the missing things are accounted for.
Good to hear.
Maybe now things can get back to normal. I miss normal.
Right there with you, buddy.
Okay, that's where that voice was coming from. Okay. My DeLorean's still in the sky.
Alright.
Oh, it is so high up you can barely see it.
Alright, well, just let me know whenever you're ready to go back to conversation, because I have nothing to talk about when it comes to GTA, so...
Oh, I just one-shot the chick. She had $12 on her. Nice. Okay, so, have you seen, what was the name I wanted to say here? I forgot it already. Now! that's not my car. That's not my car. I don't want to get in that car.
Have I seen whatever
I'm
it ends
trying to
up being?
remember.
Probably. The answer is most likely yes.
Okay, have you seen Genlock?
Genlock?
Yeah.
Well, that's not an anime. That is anime inspired, but it's not an anime.
I mean, you can say the same thing about Ruby, but Ruby was also made by a Japanese man. And the majority of the animation.
Yeah,
for
but
the
it
first
was
two
also
seasons
made here in America. It was made by a Japanese man, but it was made here in America. It's anime inspired. It's just not anime.
And contact me at this number.
It has official manga.
I need to
I
hurry.
mean-
The attack on the courthouse could come any second.
Well, yeah, it's gotten so popular that it now has gotten its official manga, but
The snipers.
And I put
it doesn't change the
official
fact
for
that it is
air
still
quotes,
only anime
because-
inspired. That's like claiming Avatar: The Last Airbender is anime when it's clearly not. You know?
Well, I mean, in some regards.
No, not even in some regards. There is no some regards.
You know, I'm just playing devil's advocate right now, right?
No pressure. Send me what you got. Multiple snipers, one Spiderman. I need to
Yeah.
move fast.
Also, I seriously do think that if you get the right group together and everything, you could have fun playing D&D.
That's one way to destroy Osborn, I guess. So nobody wants
Especially if you're not DMing, you can sit there and you can just spend the whole time like making your character and stuff, and it's actually a pretty fun process. How am I not dead?
Sniper's gotta be around here somewhere.
How is my car not absolutely wrecked right now? I just came in from orbit.
One down, two to go.
But yeah. So. Oh, you seen Knights and Magic?
Knights and Magic.
All possible vantage points for snipers.
It's basically Gundam Fantasy.
It's safe. One to go.
I might have seen the first episode,
I'm too slow. People die.
but I honestly can't remember. So I probably
Basically,
never
a
finished it.
programmer guy who was obsessed with Gundam, one day gets killed and is reincarnated into a magic fantasy world with Gundams.
This is the place.
Yeah, I probably saw the first episode, and that was most likely it.
Just in time.
Let's pull her in gently.
Officer, all three snipers are down. Are we in the clear?
Alright. I have successfully landed on top of the bank tower.
Says they'll execute them all if we don't let them go. We have a probable location based on cell phone towers.
Now I'm going to fire a grenade off into the
Act
populace
like you're negotiating.
from the top of this tower,
I'll take away their bargaining.
where the cops can't get me.
They won't leave witnesses. Either I save the hostages, or they're dead.
Well, I heard it blow up, so someone's probably dead.
Alright.
Alright.
So I'd like to go back to talking about slime because I have no one else to talk about that anime to.
Yeah, Jed used to watch it, and then he stopped watching it.
I fucking love that isekai. That is, quite honestly, my favorite isekai that I have ever seen. I absolutely adore that anime.
They can kill all the hostages before I get close.
Oh, so you know the whole village is getting burned down next season, right?
Yeah, and there's supposed to be several deaths.
They're dead. Gotta take out these guys quietly.
Oh, that is actually an impassable wall. That's upsetting. Oh, I have somehow trapped myself in here. Okay, there we go. This path worked before.
Maybe not.
Okay. But yeah. I just hope that it's not the, either the ogre girls.
Honestly, if one of the if one of the ogres is gonna die, I get the feeling that it's gonna be the old mentor.
I want it to be the ninja dude. He's too OP. He takes
I
away
don't
from
think the
Reaper.
ninja dude's gonna die. They utilize him a little too much for he's become such a major player in such a short time that I can't see them actually like
I hope it's
killing him
but I
off.
really hope it's Lizard Boy. I really hope it's Lizard Boy.
They're not gonna kill him off either because he's their joke character.
I thought that was the goblin runt that even when he got upgraded, he still didn't change his looks at all.
Gobta? It started
Yeah,
off
Gobta.
as him.
And now he's the fucking Shadow Beast tamer. Hey, do you have GTA Online?
Hold on. Trying
I
to
just
check
think
the,
something kind of
trying to
funny,
check the
stupid.
perimeter, make sure I'm not missing anyone. Doesn't look like I am. Alright. Come on. Come here. Get closer. There we go. I think that's everyone.
You're in time.
Boom.
You ever played any of the Infamous games?
I played the first one.
Oh, you didn't play 2?
I wouldn't have known about it if not for
No, the first one was enough for me. I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine, but I thought it was fine, but it wasn't something that I would want to replay. It was fine for a one-time playthrough, but that was about it.
Which way did you go for your karma?
I actually had two save files. I would save at like different crucial junctures. At different crucial junctures, and I would just make different decisions at each in each save file. So, I mean, I was technically playing it twice, but both times were happening at the same time. Like, every time I would get to a crucial decision, I would make one choice. Every time I would get to a crucial decision, I would save, make one choice, deal with the consequences, and save, and then immediately switch over to the other save file and make the other choice. So I was playing two. I was doing two run-throughs at once. So, I mean, the game took a lot longer to beat that way, but I wanted to get both. I wanted to get the full experience.
What did you think of the future plot twist?
I honestly can't even remember what it is anymore because I haven't played that game since it first came out. Okay?
The answer is Cole is Kessler.
Who's that again?
The main bad guy was Cole the whole time. From the future.
Oh, right. Yeah. Now I remember that. Well, as you can kind of see from as you can kind of tell from my reaction, it didn't really affect me. I didn't really care.
So you didn't even try a Second Son? Which actually, beyond the word conduit, has nothing to do with Cole. Honestly, you could call it X-Men and people wouldn't bat an eye. This looks very trashy. If you can see my screen, you might be laughing.
You just made your last mistake, Congo. What the?
It's really too bad that they couldn't get Miles into the into that game. They couldn't really get Spider-Him in there. Yeah, I just feel like that would have been more fun, honestly.
You hurt? You're Spider-Man. You're the amazing Spider-Man. You're the spectacular Spider-Man.
What are the daily objectives I have, anyway?
Look, that was really great. Next time, we'll fight you with pros.
Oh, I can't read that.
Okay, but
Participate in a GTA race. Go to the movies, complete a gang attack.
you can't just go swinging at someone twice your size. I mean, don't get me wrong. I fight guys stronger than me all the time. And I do. Like that time you fought Ryan on the Brooklyn Bridge? Perfect example. The other guy's bigger. You gotta be.
Sucks I can't play any of these games over here.
Okay, but
I do the roller coaster and stuff, you can't do the mini games.
sorry, I just can't do what you do. All right, put him up. Seriously, yeah, come on.
I do like this scene between Peter and Miles, though, where he's giving them a little lesson on combat.
Proper punching etiquette.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Only this time, just let me have it. Right on the job. Okay? Oh, sorry. No. It's all good. Keep that up and we'll be fine. All right. Pass it over. Gotta go. Hey. Thanks. Anytime. Just find Spider-Man.
Man. That is a really cute scene between those two. I do like that.
Yeah, and it's definitely a Spider-Man scene.
I just met Spider-Man.
Not many other heroes could have that scene and it pay off as well. Or feel as good.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why he's known as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It's just simply because he can get down. He can get down on the streets. He can get down on the streets, and he can.
But it's also kind of why the Avengers storyline kind of doesn't really work. They're all friendly enough people, but they're not going to go out of their way like that with like what was happening with Kamala at the start of the game. I mean, even Captain America can't really pull that off.
Over the scaffolding to the right.
Yeah. Spider-Man's the only superhero I know of, at least in the Marvel universe, that could pull something like that off.
I know in DC, if you're going by different iterations, the CW Flash could probably pull that off. That's about it, really. It's just the character is so much more personable, so much more like you could see this guy just hanging out, just trying to do better in the small ways, not just the big ones. So, back to anime. So, have you seen Data Live?
That's actually an anime that I need to go back to watching.
Yeah, season 3 came out last year before, and I've rewatched the entirety of the first 2 seasons. I want to say 20 times. Yeah, it was I downloaded it off of a streaming site that I use, and I just sat there and rewatched it a few times on road trips.
Yeah. But
Rip Kiss Anime.
back to Slime. The thing that I'm really looking forward to is the
No manga spoilers.
the thing that I'm looking forward to the most are the next 3 arcs after that first initial arc. That first initial arc is all about the destruction of the city and the aftermath of it.
You'd think with the fact they have a demon lord there, they'd be a little more hesitant to attack.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Is that Milam is unintentionally part of it.
Is it like every Marvel movie ever, and it's like the damage caused by her fighting back is what's allowing them to break more?
Well, more like her and the demon lord that's in charge of all the beastmen. They are fighting for some reason, and although the synopsis did not state why they were fighting, my guess is it's because of Demon Lord Clayman that he set it up and turned the 2 of them against each other. And while they are busy fighting, leveling a city block in the city, he basically sends his own forces to level the rest of the city to make it look like it was their fault.
I'm trying to load up Assassin's Creed Brotherhood on here, and it's just not wanting to load.
But
today.
the second arc that they're gonna cover is gonna be this big meeting between all of the demon lords. There's gonna be a meeting between all of the demon lords, and Rimuru is gonna show up because supposedly, do you remember the special episode at the end of the first season about Shizu?
Was that in the dub? Or was that
was in the dub.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I remember.
It was about Shizu, and she met that super powerful demon.
Yeah.
Well, Rimuru ends up making a contract with him and ends up becoming a demon lord. Like that's the synopsis. That in order to protect his people, he decides to become a demon lord in order to gain the power necessary to protect them.
Cool.
And then he ends up going to this big Demon Lord meeting, this big meeting that's for Demon Lords only, and he's a Demon Lord now, so he decides to attend, he knows exactly what happened. Like, we don't know exactly what happened, but he knows exactly what happened, who's behind it, and everything, and so he's out for blood. Like, according to the synopsis, like, Rimuru goes, he's out for blood. But yeah, and then, do you remember that girl that you saw, at the end of the season, the one that was watching Rimuru?
No.
She was watching Rimuru from behind a tree.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember seeing that specifically.
Well, they talk about her several times throughout the first season. She was even shown fighting him in the first opening.
Oh. Yeah, why the fuck was she in that? That was annoying to me.
Well, here's the thing. That first opening was briefly covering events from the first 5 light novels, because they were fighting in the ruins of the city that he built. Which they don't fight in the ruins of the city he built, at least not in the 5th volume, but they do fight, and that's how season 2 is going to open up, with them starting to fight, and Rimuru almost dies. Like, she's so powerful that she almost succeeds in killing him. Basically, Season 2 is meant to showcase that Rimuru is not OP. He's not OP like we all thought he was. While he may be talented and powerful, yes, he's not OP. There are a ton of people that are way more powerful than him. And he comes to realize this, and that's why he decides to become a Demon Lord, so he can gain the power necessary to protect the people he cares about.
You'd think the fact that he can make friendships with almost anyone would help, too.
You know, safely.
I wouldn't do that. Silver Sable made it clear you are not welcome.
Like, really, he's just the modern Naruto.
Honestly, 50-50 chance.
Fine.
Naruto has access to unlimited power, but can only access certain amounts of it at any time because of his lack of training. Rimuru has his instant kill mode, but does he even use that in the fight?
Yeah, he has the he used it against the Orc Lord.
Yeah, I know he used it then. I was talking about, did he use it later on?
Later on in the first season, no. But
No,
I think
fight.
he'll use it. I think
fight.
he'll use it again in season 2.
Yeah, like that seems
And it's
like
not
a
instant
very
kill mode,
useful-
it's Sage mode. It's Grand Sage mode.
But I'm a Marvel fan. I call them out of the season.
And but yeah, like, see, like the seventh light novel, the third arc that they're gonna be covering. That girl finds out that Rimuru is still alive and, like, sends an army of powerful human warriors to the already to the already like destroyed city to like
Why does she not like
annihilate it,
Rimuru?
to try and annihilate everything and finish Rimuru off.
Why does she hate Rimuru?
I have no idea. We have no idea. We like that's one of the questions that's going to be answered in the season. I don't know why she hates Rimuru so much, but she does for some reason.
You stole everything from me. I don't even know who you are.
And then there's the 8th light novel, the last light novel that the second season is going to be covering. And I don't know how they're going to do it, but the synopsis basically only says, it's time. Rimuru has found a way to free Veldora. And it's like,
But doesn't that mean
what?
he's gonna lose most of his power?
Well, no, because he never had Veldora's power. He never had Veldora's power. All he did was absorb the containment. The containment thing that Veldora was trapped in, he absorbed that, but not Veldora, because like the containment itself was protecting Veldora. The containment itself was protecting Veldora from being dissolved by
Rimuru. With
Rimuru.
Veldora, though?
Huh?
Didn't Ifrit end up in there with Veldora?
Yes. He ended up in there his power was given to Rimuru, but his physical form was spared and placed into the same space as Veldora. So that way he's still alive, he's just, powerless cuz Rimuru has all his power now.
Also, Tsundere Dragon.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, honestly, I didn't think you could make dragons any better, and then you made a Tsundere.
Yeah, I know. It's freaking hilarious. I love it.
My one weakness! I mean, it's also the fact that I'm furry / scaly, so I mean, like...
But yeah, so like he's gonna find. But yeah, so basically the season is essentially gonna end with him. The season is essentially gonna end with him. Finding a way to free Veldora.
What's your status? Have you apprehended Lee?
Working on it. I'll take this. What are you doing to me? Giving you a new perspective.
I must be honest. I was hoping to bring you here. My abilities lend me a certain...
What do you think about the spin-off that's supposed to come out next year?
I've been watching. I was waiting for you at City Hall. You never came.
Where were you?
I think it's gonna be pretty good.
It was a shame. So many had to die. No hero.
Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
That officer...
Kind of. I'm also in the middle of combat in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood right now, so...
I'm talking about the spin-off to Slime Diaries, where it's basically
He knew what was going to happen.
It's
Yeah, where
basically
he's kind
like
of going over everything.
well, it's basically showing the day-to-day lives of each of the characters.
His corruption to return. Norman hides behind his mask of lies. I will break it apart and drag him into the light. Put on the mask. Become one of us.
Thanks, but no thanks.
One way or the other, you will join me. All the souls you've lost, the innocent victims you couldn't save.
Martin, their blood is on your hands.
You can stop Osborn. You have so much strength. I can give you will. Their bodies filled the gutter, and you did nothing.
Everyone.
What's one height?
Okay.
One height for a city of souls.
Can I seriously not just cut him?
You defend Osborn while he sits in his ivory tower.
This isn't real.
Show me your true strength.
Oh, he faked me out, the clever bitch.
Kneel before me. I will throw your mask and expose you. The shadows are sworn to me, and I will give them strength. What?
Destroy the mask. I won't abandon you in the darkness, Martin.
I will break you and leave you brain dead. You can't!
You can come back to the light.
Alright, I don't remember this. Oh, you're doing the first Martin Lee fight. Okay. Spoilers for anyone who didn't know. If you didn't know, really, it's on you.
All right.
So one of my least favorite things in Assassin's Creed is probably all of the just timed missions that you have to do. Because it's like, okay, how the fuck am I supposed to do this in my first try?
Yeah, I don't like timed missions at all in games. I honestly think it's stupid. Like, if you want to do that on, like, if they want to do like time missions, have it be something that unlocks after you've already beaten the game once. Like, try beating these missions under time limits.
You're a popular guy.
Like, have that be something that is unlocked after you've already beaten the game once.
Where's the syrup?
I hate the controls for this game too because they're always so finicky. It's like, oh, you didn't hit this in just the right way that we wanted you to? Well, guess you're going to Ecuador.
This is your fault.
My fault. He was under your protection. You only need 2 of those?
Not that there's anything wrong with Ecuador, but
I'll go with her. Thank you. I'll remember this.
All right.
okay, game, can you stop messing with the camera? It's bad enough when you're not
Tell me
being an
you got a
asshole.
lead on Martin Lee's location.
We have footage from a guy at a coffee shop. Looks like he hopped into a black sedan after the crash.
Black sedan, great.
Let me finish. We have a partial plate. And one of my patrol guys just found a matching plate. Black sedan in a parking lot near Canal and Hudson.
You're a good cop, Yuri. I'm on my way.
Okay, did I go around the wrong way? What's going on here?
All right. Okay.
How do I get you?
Spider-Man. Hello? Is this working?
Dr. Michaels? How are you calling?
Borrowed one of Sable's radios. Listen, transit hubs are the most likely release points for Devil's Breath. Airports, bus terminals, train stations. It'll spread like wildfire from there.
Why the hell is Oscorp developing a bioweapon in the city? Shouldn't this be in an Arctic bunker?
Devil's Breath is personal for Norman. It's been his obsession for decades. The project breaks every state and federal regulation on the books, but he doesn't care.
If the city finds out, he can kiss re-election goodbye.
Never mind re-election. He'd be tried in The Hague for war crimes.
Why are you telling me all this? Aren't you just as
Alright, getting
culpable
all
as
the
Norman?
treasures.
Completely. But Lee's actions have been a wake-up call. We've ignored the project's risk for too long. I trust
So many of these missions that I've forgotten about in this game.
Please, protect the city from our mistakes.
I've
All right.
beaten every game from 2 to 4.
All right. And on that note, now that we have pretty much gotten about halfway done with the story of the game,
Parker, I wanted to thank you. Your work on
and here's another message from Otto. Okay, I'll listen to this real quick.
means right now, but it's beginning to dawn on me just how powerful and insidious the forces arrayed against true visionaries are. I promise you, though, it won't be long. Success will come, whatever it takes.
Powerful and insidious forces. I don't like the sound of that. Need to check on Doc when I get a chance.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are pretty much halfway done with the actual story. So next time, I'm going to do the Taskmaster challenges. I'm gonna do all the Taskmaster challenges next time. And then after that, I'm probably gonna do a few more. After that, I'll probably do a few more research stations, and then maybe show off some of the crimes that you can stop around the city. And then we will continue on. With the main story after that. So yeah. So I already know what I'm going to be doing for the next, 4 parts.
For the next 4 months, we'll be doing this bullshit.
Well, I
Interesting
actually plan on having this game done by the end of the month. Or either by the end of the month or by the end of the first week of November, because by the end of the second week of November, a certain game comes out that I've been really looking forward to, and I want to play it on my channel.
And I'm assuming you're not talking about Miles.
No.
Well, around then, if you guys want to come over to my channel, that's when I will be playing Miles Morales.
I mean, I am going to give Miles a try. I am going to try it out. Whether or not it's on the PS4 or PS5, I don't know yet.
Mine will be on the PS5 around the 12th look forward to it.
I unfortunately am not capable of pre-ordering the PS5. Money's really tight for me, so I don't have the money to pre-order it. So I'm just gonna have to pray that I get lucky when it releases, and hope I'm able to find a PS5 in stores.
It is so satisfying to just call in your assassins and just murder everything without an actual fight.
But yeah, but with that said, thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It really helps me out. Let's see if we can get to 300 subscribers by March. That would mean it would really mean a lot to me if we could.
Did we get 5 likes on this video? If we get 5 likes, we'll do another one.
No, I'm not asking for like goal. I'm not asking for like goals. I'm not that guy.
It's 5 likes, dude. That is like the easiest like goal I've ever seen.
No, even that I wouldn't ask for.
Alright. Honestly, I just do it for memes. I don't even actually care if it hits that. I'm gonna make the video.
Yeah, But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions of games for me to play, please let me know in the comment box below. I'm always looking for more games to play on the channel. And until the next video, stay beautiful, everybody.